With the UK facing a cost of living crisis, it's more important than ever that people are supported to know and claim their human rights, and that those in positions of public power are held accountable. In this video, the RITES Committee explain how our Human Rights Act can and has been used to advocate for people impacted by inequality, and how repealing or reforming our Human Rights Act would remove one of the most powerful mechanisms to challenge harmful economic policies on a national and local level.
Human Rights Act, cost of living crisis and inequality. While the cost of living crisis impacts us all, certain groups will be hit particularly hard. On average, it costs almost £600 more per month to be disabled, and 42% of disabled people have reported cutting back on food and essentials in response to the crisis, compared to 31% of non-disabled people. Single female and black and minority ethnic households experience costs 50% higher than their counterparts as a portion of their income. Article 14 of our Human Rights Act protects our right to be free from discrimination and can be used to challenge policies that disproportionately impact certain groups of people or fail to take into account different circumstances, such as the bedroom tax not accounting for the space needed for medical supplies, or panic rooms for victims of domestic abuse. It's also been used to protect people like M's daughter, who was severely disabled and being charged such a high rate for council-provided care that it impacted her quality of life. M said, had we not been able to use the Human Rights Act, then severely disabled people would still be in this dire state. The crisis is also making it increasingly hard for some to be able to afford the cost of petrol or public transport to access treatment. It also affects families' ability to visit their loved ones living in care homes, hospitals and mental health units across the UK. Each year, around 3,500 children under 18 are admitted to children and adolescent inpatient mental health wards. Last year, over 1,000 children placed in a hospital outside their area in which they lived, some as far as 300 miles from home. Article 8 of our Human Rights Act means that we all have a right to maintain relationships with our loved ones. This includes the right to live with our families and, where this is not possible, the right to regular contact. Nina and her family were able to use the Human Rights Act to successfully challenge the decision to place her in a mental health unit 200 miles from home. Our Human Rights Act and its protections are more important now than ever. Write to your MP and tell him to stand up for our human rights.